And am I live? I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. The skies just opened up. I am here at one of my favorite breakfast spots. You guys know, and it's so funny. I was just saying that I was gonna have breakfast on the ocean, but God was like, nope. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that. You see all that rain and all that water? Y'all see all that rain and water? So if you're watching this for the first time, if you're watching on the replay and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own E.DeanCole Coaching. We're a consulting firm. We specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. So let's see if you guys can see me, if we're connected. You guys can see me and you're connected. Let's chime in. It's going a little slow. So I'm here at my favorite Belgian bakery spot. I'm telling you, that lemon juice is good. And I got the frappe again. I'm supposed to be eating healthy. Let me tell you some fun fact. I have been eating really healthy, doing my diet. Good. Do you know how you take a break from your diet? I took a break from my diet, but because my eating habits have been so consistent, I only gained 8 pounds. So I lost 30 pounds and I only gained back 8. So that makes me happy. You know how sometimes when you lose weight, when you go on a diet and you lose weight, you end up gaining all of it back. So I only gained back 8 pounds. Fun fact, that's because tomorrow I'm starting back again to pick up where I left off. And so I just have 8 pounds to lose. And I think the reason why goes to the fact, like I say, I'm like Monday through Friday, I'm very, very disciplined with my eating habits and my food, as well as with my time. So I think that's what's been able to help me. What's going on? We got a lot of people in the building. Okay, everybody hit that like button, hit that share button. Good morning, Mr. Dean. What's going on? We got I just gonna say Jay-Z, JBEE20. I'm just gonna say J20 is in the building. What's up, J20? It's been a minute since I seen you guys. I said I need to go live today and talk to you guys. First person to comment was Mr. Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor is a notification gang. What's going on, Chris Taylor? How you feeling, my man? Chris Taylor's in the building. In the building. Uh-oh. How's the friends with Dominican women? Yes, we're gonna talk about that trucking for sure. How to have friends with Dominican women, and really mean that. I mean friends. We're gonna talk about that today. Living large, hey man. I'm just trying to live just make my best, my next move, my best move, man. Just living my best life, and not to be cliche, just really living life on purpose, man. Good morning. Trucking Diesel is in the building. Living live in New Jersey. Oh, you said live in New Jersey is full of them. Well, no, Big Watts 12. That's not Dominican women. That is Latino women that lives in the United States. I'm talking about Dominicanas from Republic Dominicana. We're gonna talk about that just from an expat experience. I'm gonna get into it. What's up? Everybody's in the building. Okay, good stuff. Have I been to Miami? I've been to Miami many a times. I've been to Miami a whole lot of times. So let's get into it. So if you're watching for the first time and you don't know who I am, like I said, my name is E.DeanCole, and I own DeanCole Financial. We're a consulting firm. We specialize in working capital, alternative finance, business credit development, and I live in the Dominican Republic, Republic Dominicana. It's just so good. This lemonade is so fresh, like they picked it this morning. I live in the Dominican Republic, specifically in Puerto Plata, which is in the north province of the Dominican Republic. And I want to do a temperature check. If you have never heard of Puerto Plata before, I want you to say never heard. If you have heard of it before, I want you to say have heard. So this is a live. So if you're catching the replay, this is live. So it's very interactive. I feed off of you all. Basically, you control the flow of the lives. You control the flow of the video. So it's very interactive. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. So I feed off of your energy. So if you want to be a part of it, you want to talk to me, make sure you hit the subscribe button so the next time I'm live, you can participate with me as if we're live. Okay? All right. You're missing the action right now? You have heard of it, okay. Trucking. Now, a lot of you guys are actually in my travel community or clients of mine or expats yourselves, or you live here, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard. But for the people that have never heard about it before, I want to kind of do a temperature check to see how we're going to talk tonight. All right. So who's that? That was Demario said you've been there before, you want to go back. That's good stuff. We got Money Mike Slick Will is in the building. What's going on, Money Mike Slick Will? So I live in the North Providence of the Dominican Republic, in an area called Puerto Plata, and it is famous for two things: beaches and women. Those are the top two things that Puerto Plata is famous for. It's beaches and it's women. It has two really, really good beaches, which is Cabarete Beach, and Sosúa Beach is probably the most beautiful beach in the Dominican Republic, besides Samaná. But Samaná is not in the North Province. And then they also have a beach called Playa Dorado, and Playa Dorado is okay. It's pretty, but it's not worthy to be compared to. I think Sosúa Beach is pretty because it's a beach and it's mountains, and you can see the mountains like it's an inland. So it's like not an inland, it comes in and it's mountains around and it leads out to the ocean, which is pretty cool. But I personally believe the most beautiful beach is Cabarete, where I live. Cabarete Beach is absolutely like Kite Beach. Like Kite Beach and Cabarete Beach they're one and the same. The only reason why they call Kite Beach is because that's where a lot of the kite surfers go, and the winds just blow real heavy on that section of Cabarete Beach. But Cabarete Beach is just the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen because of the sands and the water is just amazing. The waves are just amazing. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how to be friends with Dominican women. So, fun story about last night. I met a new friend, and I mean we're legit or for real new friends. So, and what made me think about that was I actually ran into an old friend that was there, like a legit friend of mine. So let me explain. So last night there is this resort, a black-owned resort, that's like killing the nightlife scene right now in the Dominican Republic or in Puerto Plata. Gracias. Oh, look at this. Que rico. Y'all see that? That's good. See, it's bonito. Looks so good. You guys can see. We're gonna do a bit of a mukbang this morning. It looks so good. It should be a thumbnail. It looks so good. So good. Boom. Getting into it. Y'all know the vibes too. If y'all have seen my videos before, y'all know I be all over the place, but it'd be worth it. Somebody gave me a super chat for $24. I appreciate that super chat. Let's see what it say. We got DJ Jarvis that says, I'm coming soon. That's what I'm talking about, DJ Jarvis, coming soon. Now, this is this talk, I know a lot of people, a lot of guys in the travel community, or maybe a lot of guys, it might not be popular. You guys might not be interested in having friendships. Might not be interested in having friendships with females, or having friendships with friends. They're like, Dean, we don't want to be their friends. That's fine. But y'all that don't want to be don't want to be their friends, sit back, enjoy the vibes, hit the like button, go to hit the share button. Thank you for making me more successful. But for the ones that do, let's talk about it. Let me tell you what I mean about that for the ones that do. So like I live here full time, right? So some things about my background is I'm grateful to have two brothers in my life, right? And I want to do, so okay, let's do a temperature check too. Do you believe that men and women can be platonic friends? Do you believe that men can be women with friends and not have, oh my God, Listen, when you do come and visit here, you gotta go to this Belgian bakery. When I tell you it's so good, it is so good. It's increíble. Man, it's so good. Y'all do have to, when y'all come visit, y'all do have to come to this place. It's so good. So, even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me as if you're watching live because I come back and look at the comments. So let me ask, do you believe that men and women can be platonic friends? If you believe it, I want you to say, I believe. If you don't believe, I want you to say, I don't believe. Let's see. Now, you can still, I think you can have sex with your platonic friends. I think you can, if you're a consenting adult and you just want to scratch your itch. I think you can, to where it don't be a relationship. But that's just me, talking from my warped sense of thinking. And do you think that that means that if you do, you're no longer platonic friends? We can talk about that in a minute, though. All right, so Curtis says, yes, I have 3 female best friends, no sexual. And so that's the thing too. So so back to my background a little bit. Like I said, I'm blessed to have 2 brothers. I'm the middle child, no sisters. I have female cousins, and my female cousins are like my sisters. So I grew up without female companionship or friendship. It was just my brothers. So women that I'm not sexually attracted to, I find them very intriguing and interesting. And I've had a lot of I had a couple, not a lot. I've had a couple of good female friends that I didn't cross the line with a couple of them, and we were just friends. And it just was like, that's like my friend, like my sister, like that's just my sister, my friend. But I'm also an Aquarius too. So because I'm an Aquarius, romance and friendship are synonyms to me. So like I can't be romantically involved with somebody that I don't have a friendship type of vibe from, and vice versa. Sometimes I confuse a romantic relationship with just a platonic friendship relationship, and maybe I should have pressed it, but I didn't. And then vice versa, sometimes when I have a platonic friendship, I push it and I shouldn't have pushed it and should have left it as a platonic friendship. With me, what helps me now, what make me not draw that line much easier for me now is the fact is business. So if I do business with you, I don't fool with you. If I do business with you, ain't no cross. You can't miss business with pleasure. I learned that the hard way. So it's easier for me just to put a woman in the business category. Put her. I got a Gouda and a ham omelet. Flavors are so intense, man. It's like, it's crazy. So crazy. And so, for me, because I'm an Aquarius, and also being an entrepreneur, if I see a girl and we're doing business and we're talking business, I just put it in the business category, and that makes it easy so I don't cross those lines. I don't do that. Unless like the business is over and done with, and if the business is over and done with, then maybe we can, because we've built a friendship. Because I got some sexy clients, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I got some bad sexy clients, but I'm like, nope, she a client, or she's a student, and I don't even entertain it. But on to last night. So at Envy, like I said, is the #1 popping resort, and in my travel community, I've been talking all week about how this weekend I want to go and have a good time. What I plan to do. So if you're part of my travel community, and you know what I said my goal was this weekend, what I want to do, I want you to give me 3 laughing emojis. Even if you're watching this on the replay, OG, give me 3 laughing emojis. I just want to say mission was accomplished too. If you all know. And I've been saying all week how Friday is gonna be a movie because I was on Tinder, right? I was on Tinder looking at all the women that were in the area. I was looking at all the women that was coming from all over, all the different women. So like I said, the thing about the North Coast is known for its women because women just come here to vacation and they just come here. Kina Mina, hey Kina Mina, how are you doing? So, and I was looking on Tinder, and I was like, dang, there's some bad chicks in town. Because you can see where they're from originally, you can see how far they're away from you. So I was like, tonight is going to be a movie. I'm like, it's going to be a movie. And at Envy, if you ever come, it's just like Tinder in real life. And I ran into one of my good friends from Santo Domingo. And I helped her do some digital marketing on some stuff. And she saw me, she said, hey, you know, you act like you don't know who I am, you act like you don't see me. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell y'all, these Dominican women are so gorgeous, and there's so many of them. Sometimes you get lost in the sea of beautifulness. And so I saw her, I was like, yeah. So she saw me at the bar and I gave her a hug. She gave me a real big hug. She's like, what are you doing? Where y'all at? I said, I'm over here with such and such, with some other mutual friends or whatever. She said, okay. She said, well, I said, how long are you in town for? She said, I'm in town for like a week or so. I said, well, then let's hang out, you know, let's see each other. And I gave her a real big old hug and she gave me a big hug. And people were looking and I was like, no, that's not bae, that's just my friend. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing her, it was just so dope seeing her because I hadn't seen her in a long time because of the pandemic or whatever. And so, fast forward to later on that night. So, at the time, everything had faded away. Like, and also I ended up staying at Envy. So this is my first time staying at Envy. Good morning, what's going on? Who said that? Fatima. Hey Fatima, good morning Fatima, how are you doing? So last night was my first time actually staying at Envy, getting a room at Envy. And so, I think on my story, I put it on my story. So yeah, if you go to my YouTube story, you can see what the room looked like. It had a swimming pool inside the room. It was a small little pool. And so the reason why I got a room was because here in the Dominican Republic, we're still under a state of emergency. So we have curfews. So on Monday through Friday, we have to be in the house or be indoors by 7 o'clock. On Saturday and Sunday, we have to be indoors by 5 o'clock. So I didn't want to risk leaving and going through a roadblock or going to jail because it's a risk. Because sometimes they enforce it really heavily in the city. Like in Santiago and Santo Domingo, they be out on patrol. But out here, I heard that they just have roadblocks. But I haven't been out to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no issues. I don't want it. And so I decided to stay at Envy. First time staying there. I always would go there, have a good time, and hang out and leave. But because of the curfew, this is my first time going there because of the curfew. And the room was pretty okay. It was okay. I actually had booked a penthouse and they had overbooked me. So they ended up giving me the room with the pool and comping me for a penthouse in the future. So I appreciate them taking care of me for that. So if you guys know Mike over at Envy, the COO, Chief Operating Officer, he looked out for me. So shout out to Mike. So, señorita, por favor, señorita, chica, por favor, uno más jugo de limón, por favor. Gracias, gracias, mi amor. Pues, Oh, gracias. And so, Um, so, first time staying under, the room that I had was okay. It was like, all right. And so I went, checked into the room, and then I went back out to the main area. And at this time it had been like, and so like last night, I just wanted to get fresh, you know what I'm saying? This is what I had on last night, you know what I'm saying? The quote unquote walk of shame or whatever. Gracias, mi amor. And so I was actually posting videos in my private WhatsApp group, my travel group. So you guys saw a lot of the stuff, a lot of the action, a lot of the raw and uncut stuff that I don't share on YouTube. And so I just wanted to go out, puff on some cigars. I had 2 cigars with me, and I just wanted to have a good time because I had been cooped up in the house all week long, working on stuff, closing deals, consultations, product reviews, meetings, so much all week long. And so I just wanted to go out, have a good time. I wasn't studying no chick. I get fly and I get fresh because it makes me feel good, you know what I'm saying? So if I look good, I feel good. And if I feel good, then I perform good. If I perform good, I get paid good. Just have a good time. Just wanted to go out and have a good time. That's how I am a lot of times. I like to get up, get fresh, put on some of my best favorite cologne, get lined up, get cleaned up, and just go out and have a good time. That's just, I do it for nobody but myself. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good about myself. I love that. I love that. So that's what I had planned on doing. So true to form, just like I said before in multiple videos, I wasn't a lot of chicks that were coming up to me and winking at me, whispering in my ears and all this other stuff. So there's this one chick that I saw, oh my gosh, she was so bad. I saw her before the pandemic and I got her number, but she was being mean to me. And I don't like mean chicks. Like some guys like that. Like some guys like that boss beat type of mentality. And trust me, she looked like a sculpture. She's about 5'9", beautiful curly afro, sexy glasses, voluptuous, waist is this big, looked like a sculpture. Had on this beautiful blue sequins mini dress, long legs and heels. And I saw her and I was like, hey, she's like, hey, how are you doing? She said, I saw you, you know, I said, you don't remember me, do you? She said, yeah, I see you on WhatsApp. I remember I see your WhatsApp statuses and everything. And so now, mind you, we're saying this in Spanish. And so then I said, you look so good to be so mean. And she said, why do you say that? I said, you were so mean to me. I said, you just was, because she just was like, had an attitude. And like I said, some guys like that. And I got a question. I don't want to use I just say itchy. They have an itchy, they find itches. They find itchy women to be attractive. If you like itchy women, I want you to say, I like that. If that turns you on, I want you to say, I like that. If you don't like it, I want you to say, you don't like it. Some of them like that. Like some guys like those type of women. And there's and women cater to that. But that's just not me. You dig what I'm saying? That's just not me. So I'm curious to know. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Not seeing at the super chat. Okay, I didn't see the super chat. So let's see. What did he say at the super chat? Let's see. What's your super chat? Okay, so DJ Jarvis says Tinder is crazy in the DR. I put myself there on the paid version. Never seen so many dimes getting at me in my entire life. I'm telling you, DJ, you ain't never lied. And imagine it in real life. That's what going to Envy is like when you do come and visit. What was the other super chat? The other super chat was by Prince Diamond. Prince says, Dean, why put yourself in the friend zone automatically? Because I wasn't sexually attracted to the girls. So if I'm not sexually attracted to them, then that's why. So that's the reason why. Hold on, let's see the other one. I'm coming soon, yeah. So to answer the question, Prince Diamond, so the way that it works is, just because a woman has a vagina doesn't mean you need to stick something in it. You dig what I'm saying? So if you see a woman, me personally, like I said, I grew up without sisters. And so I find just talking to a woman, like if I can vibe and connect with a woman, I find that very interesting. So like the reason why, like if you're not physically attracted to her, you're not sexually attracted to her, you can be friends. You don't have to be a stranger. So it's easy. Like if you see, now if I see a chick that I'm sexually attracted to, like no, I'm not gonna put myself in no friend zone. Like if I like her, you know what I'm saying? But, so like I said, I also said earlier that I believe that you can have sex with your friends. So, out of the situation that I talked about last night, one of those might have been one of those situations. Everything that is still doesn't need to be said. You dig what I'm saying? Especially on my YouTube platform. But the one that I'm talking about last night, friend, because I was not sexually attracted to her. Like I'm saying, like I'm explaining. So you guys understand that? Chicolate, okay. All right, so Melly Mel says, I don't like it. Women like that. I don't like them like that at all. So DJ Jarvis says, facts. Major turn off, yeah, major turn off to me. Don't like it. Nope, don't like it. Don't like it. Hate them. Don't like it. Ed Jarvis, not seeing all the super chats. Okay, so we go. So that we say with that. Drake depends on where you're living from. Okay, I'm gonna read a lot of that later. You guys are talking to each other. Okay, so does that answer your question, Prince Diamond? So does that answer your question, Prince Diamond? It's so funny. I thought about the title of this and then thought about something that happened. But yeah, we're talking about it though. We're talking about it. You got 72 people watching in the like. All 72 you guys hit that like button, hit that share button. So yeah, if you're not physically attracted to a person, I don't like. Why would you have sex with somebody you're not physically attracted to? I'm just not ruled by. I'm not ruled by my emotions like that. I don't think, oh, a woman, a man. Like I need attraction and stimulation. Like I am a. Part is Skip. I think I said this one time before. That I am a heterosexual, sapiosexual. Which means that, yeah, it's more than just physicality that makes me attracted to a woman. Like I need to be, just because she got breasts and she got hips and thighs don't mean that I'm always attracted to them. Like I need something more to be attracted to. Yes, you need sexual chemistry. You need sexual chemistry. So, like I said, in my mindset last night, I was just on the vibe. But did I get some numbers? Did I get some numbers? I met Arubia Senor. I met Arubia. She was talking about coming to the beach with me today. You hear me? She wanted to hang out with me last night. I was like, she's fun size, short, Rubia, and she just was amazing. If you guys are in my private Facebook, not private Facebook group, in my group chat, in my travel community chat, y'all saw it. If you saw it, I want you to say, saw it. No, if you saw it, I want you to say tough, because that's what my man Goldie said. Goldie was like, bro, she tough. She was tougher than Chinese calculus. You hear me? She was tough. So I got her number and I connected with her. But last night I just wasn't on no hunt mode. I was just on some tranquilo. I just wanted to chill. I just wanted to catch a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Put something in the wind, put some cigars in the wind, eat some pizza. Because like I said, Monday through Friday, most of the time I eat kind of healthy, eat kind of clean. And then also because of the pandemic, and also most of the time, if I travel a lot from Santiago to Puerto Plata to Cabarete for business. So by the time I don't have time to do nothing, to play around. And so I get a lot of invitations to come out and play from a lot of different females. But I don't take them on. I don't. I have to stay disciplined. You have to stay disciplined in the land of milk and honey, or else you're gonna die from diabetes. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all feel what I'm saying? So George asked, am I serious? Am I serious about what? I don't know what you mean by that, George. All right, so Chris says, I love a woman that intellectually stimulates me. Yeah, so let's talk about it. So last night, right? So I met a new friend. So what I mean by that is, let me tell you. So the whole night vibing. I got the only number that I got that I really wanted to was a Rubia. I got Rubia's number, and I was just laughing and vibing with my boys, laughing and vibing with them, just chilling. And so it's at the end of the night. It's at the end of the night. And what I mean by that is, at Andy, they stopped playing the music and they shut down the bar at 11 o'clock because of the curfew, because of the quarantine, right? So at this time, it's like 11:30. So we just sitting around, like, they cleaning up tables, and a lot of the chicas and chicks are going back to their room. One thing, and I just wanted to kind of sit back and observe because, like I said, I've never really been in that setting before. I've never been in that setting before, like late that night. Like, I just like to watch a lot of the women that just go home alone or go back to their room. A lot of them be 4 and 5 in the room in Andy. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that a lot of them actually have the wristbands and they stay there and they be 4 and 5 deep in the room. And so, don't ask me how I ended up seeing multiple rooms last night. That's not important. But what is important is, and the 2-bedroom, double bedroom is a dope room. It was better than the one that I had. But anyway, so we chilling, we just sitting down, chilling, talking, laughing. And so my back is turned and I hear this girl say, she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Did I knock you over with my booty?" And I was turning around looking like this. And I was like, what is this black girl doing here? And because she had her mask on and she had on this pretty orange dress. And she was like, "I'm sorry, sweetie, did I knock you over with your booty?" I said, "Girl, where you from? You from Virginia?" And she said, "No, I'm from Santiago." I said, "Mente Rosa." And so she started talking to me in English and I started talking to her in Spanish. And she said, "Usted es Dominicano?" I said, "No." And so then we started laughing and she took her mask off and I was literally captivated. Like, she was talking and words was coming out of her mouth. And I wasn't listening to the words she was saying. I was just so captivated because of her command of the English language. I said, "Where did you learn English?" And she said, "I picked it up the same way you picked up Spanish." I said, "No." I said, "I took Spanish classes." And she said, "My English is 10 times better than your Spanish." I said, "Yes, it is. My Spanish sucks. Most people think I speak good Spanish. My Spanish is horrible." And I said, "Yeah, my Spanish sucks." I said, "No, but what did you?" I said, "Did you go to school for it?" She said, "No." I said, "Did you ever go to the United States? Did you ever live in the United States?" I said, "No." She said, "No." And so I started literally interrogating this girl. I started investigating her, like, who are you? Like, how did you get such command of the English language? Because of the colloquialisms that she was using. Like, she was using a lot of slang, and she even had an accent that sounded very Southern, which is funny because, check this out, I have a female friend of mine that's not the type that I'm talking about right now, but the previous type. She went to Italy, and her baby daddy taught her English, and she speaks English with an Italian accent. I have another female friend of mine, like this type that I'm talking about. She's an older woman, not physically attracted to her, but she's very smart, very sharp, and she lives in Puerto Plata. And she learned English in England, but she was Dominican, and she speaks English with an English accent. And this girl last night sounded like she was from Virginia. And I was just captivated. I was like, who this tall, thick chick talking to me like, who you here with? Like, the only black folks I know come here is dudes, and then the chick that's recently here, Yo Soy Kayla, which I have to meet her. A lot of you guys talk about Yo Soy Kayla. If y'all know who Yo Soy Kayla is, I want you to say Yo Soy. I want y'all to say I know her in the chat, in the comments. I hadn't had a chance to meet her, but she's like the only African American woman I know that has come here to live. Most of the black folks that come is mostly dudes because of the two beautiful things here, the beaches and the women, just being honest. So I was like captivated, like, So she was talking to my mans, and she's like, we're friends. I said, yeah, right. I said, okay, cool, won't y'all go home? And she was like, oh, I need some. She was like, I need something tonight or whatever. I said, well, there you go. Because they was talking, and I was literally like captivated with the way that she spoke and her intelligence. So then I started talking to her. Come to find out, the last time, two weeks ago, I was talking about how I went out and had a great time. And I went to this spot called Copacabana. And I didn't recognize her. She didn't recognize me either. We went to a spot called Copacabana, and this woman walked in with these white jeans on that had rips on them, and she had this nice, sexy black bob. And I was like, she's a boss. Like, I was like, hey, it's a heifer. She just gave that vibe. That was the same chick, and I didn't know. Like, I didn't recognize her. And I like I said, I had been at Umbi from 7 o'clock up until 11:30 at this time. From 7 o'clock to 11:30 at this time. Vibing, chilling, having a good time. And I saw her like out of the corner of my eye because she's very tall and she is thick. But I saw her out the corner of my eye, and she was actually in a cabana. She was in one of the cabanas that had the, and then she was with some dudes. So I'm thinking, okay, this is the dudes that she's with, you know what I'm saying? In the cabanas that have the drapes or whatever. So I saw her because she was kind of cornered to me, but it didn't like hit. It wasn't like it was when I saw the Ruby. It wasn't like it was when I saw my friend from Santo Domingo. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like it was when I saw La Negra. When I saw her, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. It's just I saw her. But when I heard her, that's when like who is this? So I started talking to the girl, and I was just so fascinated by what she was saying, how she was saying her colloquialism. Then she started just breaking down, and she was saying that she was like, I had to learn English very well for my businesses. And I said, oh, okay, now it's starting to make sense. So she owns salons in Santiago, Puerto Plata, and Sosúa. She owns 3 locations. So I said, okay. She said, and a lot of my customers happen to be men. I said, okay, that makes more sense. And so then we just started talking, and we connected and vibed on a friendship level that me and her ended up talking till 3 o'clock in the morning. Real talk. Like we were sitting outside, and everybody just, cause y'all know what I do. I talk business, and I'm a business coach. And I didn't even tell her I was a business coach. I was just so fascinated by her, just talking on the level. Everybody had left. Her homeboy had left. Her girls had left. All the other chicas had left. And we were just out there in the middle by the pool, just literally just talking till 3 o'clock in the morning. It was just so dope that I just connected with her on that level. And so I said all of that to say, talking about friendships with women. Some people want to have friends with women in the Dominican Republic or Dominican friends. You're able to do so. It's 95 people in the building. All 95 of you guys, 96 of you guys hit that like button, hit that share button right now. And I'm gonna get to answering your questions in a few seconds. I'm about to answer your questions. But so, talk about the 2 situations. So one situation was, I've been here for a year, over a year. So the girl who I saw, who was like, hey, Dean, and I was like, hey, such and such. I don't want to say her name, because she's very, very popular in the travel community. And she gave her a hug, and she hugging on me, I'm hugging on her, and she's like, I didn't know you was here, because she has been in Santo Domingo, and Santo Domingo is 4 hours away from the North Coast where I am. So she's been in Santo Domingo during the whole pandemic. Like, she hadn't been on the North Coast, like, she hadn't had to because of how good she is and how I helped her with her business. She hadn't had to be on the North Coast. And so with me and her, we developed a friendship over time of seeing each other multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like going out on dates multiple times. Matter of fact, she's actually, I have a video with her. So if you guys, the girl that I'm talking about, if y'all want to know who she is, y'all can see her in my Dominican Christmas. My Dominican Christmas, that's who I spent some time with. You can see her on my balcony. That's who I'm talking about. If you go, that's who I'm talking about. We gave each other's hugs and everything. And with her, the friendship developed out of us going out on dates multiple times and knowing that it wasn't gonna be nothing serious, but it developed to a friendship. You know what I'm saying? But I still, you know what I'm saying? But we went out on dates. We had a good time and we connected. You know what I'm saying? We connected on that vibe level where it was, and I mean, it was an attraction there from the beginning, but I know that it can't be anything more than a dating friendly friendship type of relationship. To where, I mean, like, there was a time and point where when I first got here, me and her was going out. I was taking her out probably 2 or 3 times a week. We was just connecting, vibe. You know what I'm saying? We had a great time. That was her, and so we had developed friendship. Like I said, we've been here for a year. That was her. Then the other chica, it was just a connection on a friendship level. You know what I'm saying? It was just that vibe. It just connected. We just vibe, talked till 3 o'clock in the morning by the pool, talking about life, talking about business, talking about the pandemic, talking about politics. It was just really cool. Really cool vibe with her. And so I said all that to say this. So some guys, a lot of guys, not all guys, but some guys, they see a woman, want a woman for one thing. A lot of them probably have had very good, strong relationships with females in the past. A lot of them probably got a good woman in their life that they mistreating and dogging, spending time with other exotic women. So female companionship to them is not something that's special because they get it. You see what I'm saying? They've always had not like my mother has been in my life. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she hasn't been in my life. My grandmother, she helped raise me because my mother used to work a lot. Like, I get my work ethic from my mama. My mama's a workaholic. That's one thing that my mother and I have in common. We work a lot. So I'm not saying that my mother abandoned me. She did not abandon me. At the same time, my mom worked a whole lot. And so female attention is important to me. You dig what I'm saying? So some guys, they had that in spades, you know what I'm saying? They always had their mom around to do any and everything for them, and they've always had a female or a sister around, or somebody they grew up with females, grew up with women. So, like, I didn't do that. I just grew up with a whole bunch of dudes. That's why I'm a capital M-A-N, I'm a man's man. That's why I'm very brolic, and the reason why some women don't like me, because I am so strong and masculine. Like, I'm very much so old school man. Some people might call me a misogynist. Some people might say that I have toxic masculinity, but it is what it is. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a capital M-A-N. Don't scratch my head unless it itch. I don't dance unless I hear music. At the same time, it's cool, I feel like, when you can connect with a woman and it not be sexual. Like, there was a situation that happened within the travel community where one of the guys got upset because his friend had ended up becoming friendly with his baby mama. And it was 2 sides of the story. Now, I personally don't believe that I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that the guy just liked her on a platonic friendship level. I don't believe there was anything slimy or snaky or seductive at all with that. You know what I'm saying? I honestly believe that he just looked, because I know him and I know his background a little bit, and I know how close he is to the other guy. I know for a fact. What's going on, JJ? I know for a fact that he wasn't trying to do nothing sneaky or slime ballish. I just know that he just liked her, and they had been friends for 10 years, and they had been close. At the same time, the homeboy said to him, "You're getting a little too friendly with my baby mama. It makes me uncomfortable. Don't do that." So he expressed, "Hey, you're getting too friendly and chummy with my baby mama. I need for you to not be so friendly and chummy with her." He said it out of his mouth. He said it to her, and they both heard it, and I think they should respect his wishes. You dig what I'm saying? Because he said, like, okay, you getting too chummy, you getting too friendly, so I need you to back off. Now, back to me and my history. Like I said, I have a friend of mine named Faith Richardson. Faith was like my sister. One of my good friends was her boyfriend, Steven Adiosa. Steve. And Steve is Nigerian, I'm Nigerian, half Nigerian, Steve whole Nigerian. And Faith is in love with Steve, but Faith was like my sister. Like me and Faith, we used to go to work together, we used to do overtime together, we used to go shopping together, because she was just like my sister. Like I really love Faith, like my sister. So when her and Steve was together, Steve knew me, and Steve knew I was trying to date Steve's sister, Matilda, who happened to be Miss Georgia. And we ended up dating for a little bit of time. I mean, everybody's married now, which I'm getting to the point. But when me and Faith and Steve was together, Steve had no problem with me being around Faith. Steve and Faith broke up, and then Faith started dating this guy named Eddie. Eddie was uncomfortable with our friendship, so I backed off. I was like, Faith know I love her. She's my sister. Like, I don't have to hang out with her all the time. And also, when she broke up with Steve, the dynamics of our friendship kind of filtered out. So Steve got married to somebody. Matilda ended up getting married to somebody. And Faith and Eddie ended up getting married. And they are they have a great, great marriage right now. But every time I see Faith, I say, I love you, you know, sis this, sis that, tell my nephew. And me and Faith have never, ever crossed the lines. Over 30 years of friendship, never crossed the lines with Faith. Almost 30 years. 26 years of friendship. 26 years of friendship, never crossed the line. But I said all that to say this. It was okay with Steve and I and Faith, but it wasn't okay with Eddie, Faith, and I. And so I backed off. I was like, okay, you know, that's cool. I get it, I understand. It makes him uncomfortable. And it's not an insecurity thing, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, why you got this dude as a friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he around so much? Like, why y'all hanging out so much? And I get that. And so I think that the guy was in the wrong because he should have respected what my homeboy said. And then y'all know if y'all know who I'm talking about, I want you to say, I know. Like, if you guys are watching this and you know who I'm talking about, I want you to say, I know. So Curtis Taylor says, thanks to you, I am the owner of Aurelia Holdings Incorporated, and I'm focusing all of my energy in building my business and not being distracted by women. Thank you very much for that, Curtis. I'm so excited. I'm glad that you are a happy and successful client. I appreciate that. So we got Humble Arrogance TV. I love that name. Humble Arrogance TV says, your spot is dope. Where is that located, and are there any more units for sale? I need the same view every morning. Okay. Well, I don't really talk about my address on the on the internet. That's kind of a weird thing to ask. But no, to answer your question, no, they don't have any more. I got the last unit, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you like the view. I appreciate that. So let's see if you, all right, so D. Will says, I know. So Paul, brother, says facts. No, real brother. Real brother, you was there last night, so you know who I'm talking about too, right? Real brother, you was hanging out with us last night, so of course you know. But also you also know the other chica that I'm talking about too, right? Because you was there. Real brother was there last night. Real brother, what's good? How they treating you down here? Yeah, real brother was with me last night. He was at me last night, so he was there. Let's see. So D. Will says, I know. J. Will is good, bro. All right, come down and relax. Peace, bro. Jermaine Muhammad is in the building. What's going on, Jermaine? So if you guys are watching and you know what I'm talking about, you know the situation, I want you to say, I know. Even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to make a mind muscle connection with me as if you're watching me live and let me know if you know. But yeah, at the end of the day, so just because a man has his parts and a woman has her parts doesn't mean that they have to intertwine. At the same time, when you're dealing with the dynamics of somebody's emotions, you have to respect their emotions, especially if the dude says, hey, you getting too close and too friendly to my baby mom. You getting too close, too friendly to my baby moms, you need to respect that. And this is the thing too. It don't matter what that woman says or what that woman does. Because let me tell you something about women. Women will, by nature, I don't get it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that something about feminine energy. They'll be the damsel in distress, or it's something about them playing on our heartstrings and playing on our emotions. It's very manipulative. So women can be very manipulative. Sometimes it's a bad thing. Señorita. Señorita, una pregunta. Servilletas, por favor. Dame servilletas, por favor. Gracias, mi amor. They can be very gracias, perfectamente, gracias. They can be, if you ever need to know, if you're a big dude or you sweat like me, these are called servilletas. It took me a minute to kind of figure it out because I'm like a napkin, a paper, because I used to say papel, because this is paper, but specifically it's called a servilleta. Servilleta, it's very servilletas. So, and so this is the thing. It don't matter how much she calls you, how much she pressures you, how much she says, but let's do this for the kids, or let's do this for such and such, let's do this for such and such, let's do this for anybody. As a man, if another man comes to you and says, and you're my friend, and he comes to you and he's like, what you're doing is making me uncomfortable, what you're doing, I need you to back off, then what you need to do is you need to pull back, you need to back off. And if the baby moms is still pushing the fact, stressing the fact, instead of trying to please both of them, what you do is you please your man and be like, hey, not your man, your friend. I don't want pause. So pause, I want everybody to say pause if y'all know what I'm talking about. Pause on that. What you do is you honor that friendship and you say, hey, I'm distancing myself, but such and such is still texting me. Such and such is still calling me. Like, talk to her. Let her know, what I'm saying, that you're uncomfortable with our friendship. Now, that's one side of the story. The other side of the story is the dude says that his baby mom, he pulled the guy to the side and was like, my baby mom really values your friendship, and that you're like a brother to her and like family. I believe that. Because of how close they are and how long they've been friends. And this is the thing about jealousy, just real, excuse me, just real talk, no shade. The people that know who I'm talking about, they know who I'm talking about. I'm not putting nobody on blast. I'm just being a real dude talking on my platform. The thing about jealousy is that it shows up in funny ways. Sometimes you can not even know that you feel jealous. Jealousy is a human response. So people who say I'm not jealous, you are a liar. Every person is jealous. Every person is territorial. It is in your DNA. Let me give you an example. If it gets 20 degrees outside, I'm gonna feel cold and I'm gonna shake uncontrollably because it's a human reaction, a human nature. Right now, it was just pouring down raining. Now it is warm and humid, and now I'm sweating. No matter how much I don't want to sweat, my body is going to cause me to sweat. You're going to get happy. It's an emotion. If somebody tickles you or somebody does something to make you laugh and make you happy, you can try to hide it and try to fight it, but it's going to come out in you. Vice versa with getting angry. If somebody stumps your toe, if somebody hits you, if somebody does something to cause a reaction, your natural reaction, your anger is going to come out. It's just natural. When you have kids, you are very protective and territorial and jealous and possessive of your kids. So if somebody is around your children or around your kids, like I've seen it, like it's the craziest thing. I've literally seen women and men have family members holding a baby, playing with the baby. Everything is fine 1 minute. 15 seconds later, something happened, that person had a thought, that something had an idea, and it made them feel uncomfortable. It's like, give me my child back. Because it's just a natural feeling. So when it comes to baby mom, I feel like he trusted the guy and he was comfortable with him, but something about their dynamic made him uncomfortable. It was like, hold up, pull back. Hold up, pull back. I don't want you around her. Some jealousy came out, and that's a human reaction. It's nothing bad. You dig what I'm saying? It's nothing. It's just like I get jealous of certain things. Like I get super jealous. I tell all of these girls I'm talking about. I say yo soy muy celoso. I don't want to see you with nobody else. I know you probably with somebody else, but I don't want to see it. I get jealous. I take it in a heartbeat. I don't want to see it. I know she's not my girl. It's just my turn, but I don't want to see it. I tell them that. Like I don't want to see it. I tell them that. I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stupid. I know the game. If she's not mine, if she ain't mine, she not my wife. If ain't got no ring on her finger, she ain't got no ring on mine. She belong to the street. She belong to the game. I understand that. At the same time, don't mean that I want to see it. Now there's certain people, like for instance, Rubia, like the chick that I met last night, Rubia. I don't think that I would ever get celoso or jealous over Rubia because she's not necessarily my type. You know what I'm saying? She's like 4'11", maybe 4'12", and she's a Rubia. And you know what I'm saying? That's not my type. I like more Afro-Latinas versus Rubias. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I'm more attracted to. That's more my vibe than a Rubia. And it's not being racist, it's just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why she does get a little bit of play is because she's a Rubia. She's a Blanco Latino instead of just a Blanco Americano. So, what's going on, KT? How you feeling, man? We got one of my expat lifestyle members in the building. Just pulled up. He just pulled up. He's, my man's. He just pulled up to the breakfast spot. But, hey, KT, come to my YouTube live, man. I'm live right now. Come and chime in. But so, nevertheless, he was there last night too, but he ended up taking a taxi. But so, nevertheless, I said all of that to say that it's just a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just men are just naturally territorial. It is what it is. What's going on, boss? How you feeling, man? I'm telling the people about last night. I'm on YouTube live right now.
What's up, people? Oh, it was on popping last night.
It was crazy.
We had a good time. It was great.
We had a great time. It was like Tinder in real life, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Listen, y'all got to make sure y'all go to Envy. If y'all get the chance to go to Envy when y'all come up here, make sure y'all go to Envy, man. It's definitely good times. Definitely good times. Great times. So, okay. We got 82 people in the building right now. Okay, so let me go ahead and answer y'all questions. All right, so there we go. So what questions you guys got? Yeah, so that's it. So that's basically it. So when it comes to it, like if you got to respect man code. If your man's is like you a little too friendly, you know what I'm saying? You're a little too flirty, flirt. You know what I'm saying? You having a good time. You're doing a little too much. You got to pause. That's what you got to do. But then also, men can have non-sexual platonic relationships with women. It can happen. It can happen, so let's see what's in the building. Real Brother said, Tinder in real life. That's a great analogy for Envy. Yes, Real Brother. Yeah, Real Brother was there last night. Like I said, it's like Tinder in real life. That's the best way I can describe Envy. Somebody says, my super chat. Okay, let's see what super chat JJ said. So JJ says, am I doing any events during the Halloween? I'll be at Mr. Flip Flop's meet and greet. I actually do have an event that's happening August 29th. I do have an event that's happening on August 29th that I'm hosting specifically for the expats and expat lifestyle private group that I am a part of. I probably will be coming to the Halloween parties. I probably will be at the yacht party, and I might do the whole thing. I might do the VIP because I think I might go ATVing. It sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun. ATV is gonna be a lot of fun, and definitely the pool party is gonna be epic. It's always epic. You know what? The pool party sometimes it be too much for me, yo. Like I remember last year, I was at a pool party for like 15 minutes. It was just too much. It was just too much. It was so big, and it was just like too much. And I just came and shook hands and kissed the babies and said hi and bye, and it was just too much. It was just too much. and then I ended up leaving. But the pool party is lit. It's amazing. So, but yeah, I think I definitely would probably do the yacht party again. The yachts are always good times. I'm definitely gonna do the yachts, and I'm also gonna do probably do ATVs, because ATVs are fun. I might get the whole VIP package. We'll see. We'll see. And if I get to meet you at the meet and greet, that'll be great. That'll be great. All right, what other questions you guys got? All right. So Curtis said, you said that I would roll the 720 FICO if I got the corporate build out by August 1st. Talk to Patricia. Yeah, I did speak to Patricia. We spoke about it, Curtis, and I did give it to you. So yeah, I said that when you got the corporate build out. So I don't know if you missed her phone call, but yeah, we had a meeting about it, and I said to give it to you. I said I respected you for keeping your word, and I told her to give it to you. So if you don't have it, definitely, if you don't have the username and password, email to you. Contact the office on Monday, because I don't know if Curtis Jackson is your real name, but we'll have to look up your account through your email, and I'll make sure that you have it, because I remember you called into the show, and I'm a man of my word. Goldie's in the building. Has the virus come down there? Yes, it's come down tremendously. What's that? Simple. I just say simple, Susie. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because the president here, like I said, we're still in a state of emergency. They play no games. So after 7 o'clock, you got to be in your house. So social distancing is very real. Like, there are no clubs that are open. Like I talked about the spot, Unvi, it's a resort. So it's a resort and a restaurant that they have behind walls. It's not like you can go to, like, the only businesses that are open really for a long time have been essential businesses. Restaurants just opened up last month. So Unvi just opened up last month. So that's why a lot of people are buzzing about it. But like the regular clubs that are just regular clubs, like Classicos and Club Miami and the Latin Bar and McLeod's, they're not open. So a lot of the mingling, it hadn't been a whole bunch of mingling. Because like I said, when the quarantine hit, like they locked up 96,000 people in 3 months. Now they didn't lock them up and keep them. They locked them up, made them pay a fine, made them clean up the roads, and let them go. Like there's an Instagram profile. I don't even remember the name of it. That is dedicated specifically to following the funny stuff about the pandemic, and the videos they were watching. They were video locking people up. Like people were going on social media bragging that they were breaking the curfew. Like they was in the streets bragging, and then the cops would come and arrest them. You dig what I'm saying? Even though it was after they saw them, like the evidence said that they was out past the curfew, but then they will go and arrest them. So the difference about Unvi is that it's a resort and it's a hotel, so that's where you're living. So you're able to be at your hotel, be at your house, be at your dwelling place. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about Unvi that makes Unvi so dope, is that if you have a room there or if you're staying there, you're able to be in the common areas. So Unvi stay packed out with a lot of people. Like that's the place to go if you want to hang out and have a good time. The music be good, the drinks be strong, and the food is really tasty. So it was good times. And it's black owned too, so I'm very proud of him. He's an expat. You know what I'm saying? Very proud of the man. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing. But so to answer your question, yeah, the pandemic has come. The rate of contractions have slowed down a whole bunch, and the reason why is because of them really shutting down a lot of stuff like like no goals for a lot of stuff. But you know,
I gotta show them some of this good eating right here, baby. Look at that.
I'm telling
mango.
you, man, it's fresh
Come
mango.
on,
They
fresh.
just picked it from the vine, baby. Just picked it from the vine. Listen to me. I told KT about this spot. He been here every day since I told him about this spot. This is one. Like I said, when y'all come, y'all have to come to the Belgian bakery. And the owner, she is Belgian. She's a young girl. She's not a young girl, but she's a. As a matter of fact, this is her. You want to say hey to my people? I keep telling them about your bakery. This is the owner of the Belgian bakery.
Hi.
Say hi. She speaks French, Spanish, Russian, Chinese, Japanese. She speaks every language you want. Dominican.
Not quite, but
She speaks all of them. And I keep telling everybody about how great your bakery is. So this probably has
Thank
about
you.
3,000, 4,000 views.
that's nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah. So and how do you pronounce your name again?
Zoe.
Zoe. This is Zoe. So when you come, say E.DeanCole said come to the Belgian bakery. It's the best place to come.
Thank you.
Very, very welcome. So
I'm going to let you finish your dinner.
yes,
your,
yes,
your
yes, yes.
dinner, your-
Yes, my
breakfast.
breakfast. Thank you. So yeah, that's actually the owner, one of the owners. She does all the baking. She's responsible for all the baking, everything. Young expat girl. I think she might be 27. Like that's the thing too, like entrepreneurship here. If you have a vision, and you know how to service and meet the needs of the people, you can make a lot of good money here in the Dominican Republic. If you invest your money into services and to fill the needs of the people, because the cost of operation is so low. I got offered an opportunity that I can't talk about right now, but I will be talking about very soon, that I'm extremely excited about. Extremely excited about. And when we looked at the numbers, I was like, are you serious? Like, it'll be a sin and a shame before God if I didn't take on this opportunity. Like Jesus, the Christ himself would walk into my kitchen when I'm cooking one day and was like, son, do you not love me? I make it for you to be rich and you do not want to take this on. I feel like the heavens would open up and God would come down and the rivers will turn to blood and he would curse me for not obeying what he presented before me, which is $1 million business by itself, not including everything else. You dig what I'm saying? I'm like, man. So hold tight. I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. But so yeah. So I hope that answered your question. So let's see. Dean plugging all types of businesses. Absolutely, Kurt. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I got sugar. I got a whole bunch of sugar in my tank. That's right. The Real Show Time 23. That's right. Somebody that's hiding behind a fake name and a fake profile, and they see all of this. I got a whole bunch of sugar in my tank. You want to come and dip it in and see for yourself? I dare you to. I dare you to. Yes, I dare you to. Absolutely, I dare you to. Real brother, this is in Cabarete, boss. I clarify too much. So what does that mean? How can you clarify too much? What does that mean? So you're supposed to be vague and be illiterate and not speak well? So help me understand. So you're supposed to not have proper communication? That's a dumb mentality. You clarify too much. I understand you too clearly. You're a Negro, so I'm supposed to not understand you. All right, say Liz, what up? All right, what else? Jay Hill is in the building. What's up, Jay Hill? How you feeling today, my man? How do you get down with expat lifestyle? Bro, it's very tight-knit right now. After this next party, this next event, I'll do an open enrollment. I might do something where I allow people to join, but it's a vetting process. You dig what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have stupid people like who just commented to comment and to be able to. Thank you so much, DJ, for getting that troll up out of here. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's very tight knit. I hold it very tight to my chest right now. So it's very tight knit right now. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, very tight knit. So we'll see. I just don't, if you prove that you prove that you are going to be an expat or you want to be an expat entrepreneur, I said a lot of people asked me to do a coaching, teaching how to start an international business, and they said that they would pay for that coaching course. If you guys would pay for a coaching course that taught you how to start a business and you can live internationally anywhere, if you would take that course, a paid course, if you would say that you would, I want you to say, I want it. 3 words, I want it. If I get enough people that wants that course and I launch that course, I would let them also join Expat Lifestyle, because I know that they're serious, because they're putting their money where their mouth is. You dig what I'm saying? And so that helps weed out a lot of the fake ones. So yeah, if you guys want an online course that teaches you how to start an international business and have multiple businesses that you're able to live anywhere you want, if you want it, if there's enough people that are really seriously interested in it, I will do that. Yep. So Vivo says, Dean, you always want to help people. I want in. You want the course? The next call-in show? Okay. I'm going to work on that. I've been in the process of building out our stuff I can't talk about. Stay tight. The next call-in show will be available soon. Some stuff that I can't talk about right now online, but the next call-in show will be available very, very soon. Actually, you guys tend to feed off this type of interaction a lot better than the call-in show. So that's what made me start doing these. But I need to go. We are just wait. It's coming, Curtis. I appreciate it. Let's see. Curtis says, "Take my D money. I want it." Real Brother says, I'm already working on that, but I'm definitely interested in learning. Okay, Real Brother, you out here right now, so you doing something right. You doing something right. Real Brother, I think aren't you in my group? Real Brother, message me, because I know we're in the same groups together. So message me directly, and I'll definitely make sure you're part of Expat Lifestyle. I thought you was in Expat Lifestyle. I think it's 25 of us right now. So message me directly on WhatsApp, because I know that we're in the same group, so you can message me and say, this is Real Brother. And I'll make sure, because I don't think your name is Real Brother on WhatsApp. And I'll make sure that I add you to the group, and you definitely are invited to the event on the 29th. I know y'all heard about it. The event on the 29th is going to be epic. Okay, all right, thanks, definitely Real Brother, because I thought that you was already in it. Oh, Trucker Nomad, I'm sorry. Trucker Nomad says, Dean, do you think you can possibly find love in the DR? Yes, you can, depending on what your standards are. So it depends on who you are. So let me explain what I mean by that. First things first, you're gonna have to learn how to speak Spanish, because if you can't speak, like there was some, I don't know, this proverb, I don't know what the proverb says. It says that you cannot win my heart without speaking my language. So you're gonna have to learn Spanish. That's thing number one. You can take Spanish classes online. You can do Duolingo. You can get Rosetta Stone. I took classes when I was in school. So I took 2 years of Spanish. I forgot a whole bunch of it. And I used to have some Spanish clients way before I even thought about moving to the Dominican Republic. And here, a lot of stuff is coming back to me. But so if you want to find love in the Dominican Republic, I think that you can. And also, it depends on what your standards are. Because listen, let me tell you a thing. The Dominican women are so easy to love because of their femininity, their, like I was talking to like for instance, I was in a meeting with my homeboy, right? Homeboy, we sitting down, we talking business. His girl is feeding him while we're talking. He's not asking for it. We're talking, she's feeding him. She's wiping, how I'm wiping the sweat off my brow, it gets humid here. She's wiping the sweat off his brow. He's not asking for this. This is just her off the rip. She's doing it because she wants to do this for him. How can you not fall in love with these type of women? I'm telling you, that's why y'all think my hair grew back. I was bald. I was stressed out. I was depressed. My hair flew out. Living here in the lap of luxury, the cost of living so much, I lost, well, like I said, I gained back 8, but I lost over 38 pounds, over 30 pounds, hair grew back, happy, not depressed anymore. It's because of the women and the weather and the wealth, I'm not gonna lie. So it's like these women love you to life. You dig what I'm saying? Like, how can you not? Like, so this is the thing. You have to, so this is the thing. Me, I don't like to date women with kids. Because in the back of my mind, I still want more children. And so I like to date younger women because I want more kids. And I don't like to date women with kids. However, very much so like in the African American community, women in the Dominican Republic, not all, but a lot of them get started young. So you might see a woman, a chick, like for instance, Rubia. This is another reason how come I knew that I wouldn't be jealous of Rubia, jealous if somebody was hanging out with Rubia, because she actually ended up hanging out with a friend of mine last night. Like Rubia, body is amazing, natural, crazy. And you guys in my expat lifestyle group, y'all saw it. Crazy. Like I said, mean, tough. Like Goldie said, it was tougher than Chinese calculus. She was 24 and she had a 12-year-old daughter. So do the math. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, think about the hood, what y'all doing, what we do in the hood. So she had one child, and so, but her body is amazing. Snatch back, go to the gym a lot. Like she was showing me workout videos in the gym. Like she sent me a gang of videos and photos, and I'm gonna drop all of her photos. The ones, Expat Lifestyle Group. So anyway, point I'm trying to make is, for me, real brother, because what I want, I'm so specific and picky on. My entire life, I've been like that, which is why I'm grateful to have the life that I have, because I'm so specific. I want what I want, and I go after what I want, and if it ain't it, I don't want it. But for an average person, the average Joe, who might not care if a woman have kids or not, who might be open to that type of thing, yes, easily. There's a lot of good women here, and so I was actually talking to, and I really want to interview my friend last night. She said she doesn't want to be interviewed. She was like, no, she was like, and after she found out, she's like, we was up, like I said, we was up at 3 o'clock in the morning laughing and talking, and she saw my YouTube channel. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is you, and everything. And she's like, I can't believe you just sit there and you talk and you just be so open in public. I was like, I was like, you tripping over 37,000 people on YouTube. Like she would probably piss her pants if she saw my Instagram. My Instagram, I think we're at 87,000. But nevertheless, we were talking and she was saying she said this, and I believe it to be true. She said there's a lot of good women that might be in the street or might be a part of the fast life. And a lot of them might be a part of the fast life, but they don't want to be a part of the fast life anymore. And she said that she had a friend, she dated a friend, she was engaged because she's so intelligent. She was engaged, and the guy was so jealous because he did not live here. He called her every 5 minutes, video timed her, video chatted her, where you at? You cheated on me, like I know where you at, and you probably out with somebody else. So the key is you're gonna have to live here. And you want to live here. You don't want to try to bring them to the US unless you've been here, you've been married here for at least 2 years, and you know for a fact that she is into you. And then if you want to go to the US, you can. So my advice is, can you find love? You can, but it's not going to be easy. Like you're gonna fall in love 30 times. But is it real love? You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna fall in love 30 times, but if you're gonna be able to find real love, you're gonna have to be open-minded to a lot of nuance. You're going to need to understand the Latin culture. I was dating a chick, and it used to irritate the black off my back that she would always put her family before. She was a buena mujer. She wasn't she wasn't a part of the fast life at all. She was out in Puerto Plata where my offices are. Buena mujer, very very good girl, and it used to irritate me. Everything was like I was like let's have dinner. She's like I can't. I'm gonna do this with my such and such. I'm gonna do this with my tia or my aunt or my grandmother or my tio or my uncle. And like family is so important to them. So family comes first. So that made me question. Well, if I get married to her, then I now become her family, or would I always be looked at as an outsider because I'm a gringo negro? Because I'm a gringo. It was a question that I never got answered because my patience was too thin. I couldn't deal with it no more, and we just kept clashing. Uno más, para llevar por favor, uno más jugo de limón por favor. No more. I drunk it out. Lo siento, mi amor. ¿Qué jugo es disponible? Piña y mango.
Sandía
Okay.
y cereza.
Y cereza. No fresca? No fresa?
No.
Okay. So sangría es disponible?
Sandía.
Sandía. Okay, por favor, una sandía. ¿Jugo de naranja? ¿Tiene jugo de naranja? Okay. Sandía. Por favor.
Sandía.
Sí, jugo sandía. ¿Qué color es jugo sandía?
Es watermelon.
Es watermelon. Also, watermelon es disponible today. Okay, sí, gracias. Okay. Es rojo. Sí. Por favor. Okay. So, to answer your question, yes, but you're not going to come here one weekend, find the love of your life one weekend, then move back to the United States, and then date her back and forth. She's not going to be faithful to you unless you are here full time, taking care of her needs physically as well as financially, as well as emotionally and spiritually. She's not going to be faithful to you. Okay? Unfortunately, you are a great guy, trucker nomad, and you have all intentions to be faithful to this woman. However, there have been 4,852 other men that have come to this island and have told her the exact same thing. Because she is absolutely drop dead gorgeous and she makes them all feel like kings, and they all lie. That's why a lot of them have Western Union poppies. You did? So, you have to prove that you're different. And that's frustrating to me. That's one of the biggest frustrations I have, because I say, I live here, your people are key. Like for instance, there's a girl that's like, when are you coming to my country? We're talking on WhatsApp. I said, mi amor, yo soy vivo en Cabete. And she's like, oh, okay. All right, so when are we gonna hang out? I wanna see you, I wanna go to the playa, I like your videos, I like how you look. And I said, oh, okay, well, I have work all week, but maybe this weekend. So I hit her up on Friday, and she says, are you in my country yet? And I said, mi amor, mira. I FaceTime her on the beach. I said, yo vivo aquí. She said, when did you come to my country? Because they just do not trust, because so many men lie. So many men lie. And at first I was thinking, is this woman, like, is this chick, like, cannot comprehend? It's like she is, impaired? And it was just, no. So many men lie and they say so many stuff. And it's so true, because I called this one dude out in the group. Because this one dude in my group was texting this chick and was like, hey, happy birthday, this, that, and the third. And like I'm in Santo Domingo. And she was like, oh, okay, well, come over or whatever. And he was like, I'm busy, or ocupado or something. And so then I was like, how come you go up? He's like, man, I ain't over there. He just said he was in Santo Domingo. Wasn't nowhere in Santo Domingo. Just wanted to talk to the chick. And so it's like, this is fresh squeezed watermelon juice. So good. Wow. That's so good. So to answer your question, yes, I believe it's possible. However, you're going to have to be open-minded to understanding the culture. then also you're gonna have to be available, not just physically, I mean just not financially, because this is the thing too. Like I talk about all the time, I have a female friend of mine, she wants to go out, she wants to go out on dates, she wants to go out and play. She got a man that just bought her a brand new car, and he comes to town every 2 months, and she's lonely. Like, letting women like sex, and they like a lot of it, especially if they like you. If a Latin woman likes you, the last thing you have to worry about is being sexually gratified. Their sex drives are incredibly high. So if you're not fulfilling that need and feeding that need, buddy, fellas, all the fellas that have been in relationships and dated Latin women, do you agree or disagree? I want you to respond to the comments. Even if you're watching on the replay, I want you to say, you right, or I want you to say, it's dry. Because it is not dry. That WAP, Cardi B made that WAP for real. Like how she talked about with Offset, I believed every single ounce of the words that she say, no cap. Doc said, you damn right. Doc said, listen, Tim, I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, and she's a female friend of mine. That's the first type of female friend that I was telling you about, not the second type. And she's like, Dean, I want to see you. I was like, did you just go to Sacramento to show acting? And so we friends, but she's like, he only come every 2 months. All right, so who else? So look, Trucker Noma said, you right, man. Yeah, absolutely. So listen, so you're going to have to be physically with them. And this is the thing. If you do get with them and marry them, like I said, don't instantly take them to the U.S. because you need to know that it's real and it's genuine. And it's not. Now listen, this is the thing. Quiet as it's kept and loudly as it's heard, the United States of America is not the best country to live in. I repeat, very few people who don't live in the United States that are happy in their country wants to go to the United States. Okay? Let me tell you the reason why I say to wait 2 years. And make sure that she's genuinely into you. Let me explain why. But it's not about no visa. Let me explain. I have a female friend of mine, which is like the first female friend of mine that got the boyfriend that just bought her the car. She said, I never want to go to the United States. She said, I want to go to Italy. She lived in Italy. And she was like, I don't ever want to go to the United States. And she speaks, the one that I said had the Italian English accent. She said, I hate the United States. There's nothing about the United States I want. She said, I like Italy. I like living in Venice. She said, well, I want to go to Sicily. Like the United States is not what she wants to be. A lot of people do not want to go to the United States of America. The United States of America is not the land of the free or the home of the brave. For people who are happy outside, do not want to go. Most of the people that want to go to the United States are people who have delusions of grandeur and they don't understand it. They're unhappy here. And what they're doing is they're searching for happiness. So you have to find your happiness from within. You're not going to find it because they want to go to another country. So this is the reason. So this is the thing. I said all of that to say the reason why you want to wait 2 years is because it is a culture shock and a climate shock, and it's a character shock. Leaving from, think about this. So think about Dominicans. The reason why Dominican women are the most amazing women, they love to cuddle. They will be up underneath you and they will make you feel so amazing. They just love to touch, they love to cuddle because that's how they were raised. They're raised in the pack of family. Like this, everyone is up underneath each other. You have 4 or 5 family members in a 1-bedroom house, everybody up underneath each other, right? So now you fast forward to now you have this 3-bedroom house that's a mansion to her because she grew up in a 1-bedroom house. So now you have this 3-bedroom house that's a mansion to her. There have been several situations where friends have come here, found women, married them, took them back to the US, and the relationships don't last because of climate changes. They don't know what cold is. The coldest weather it's ever been here has been 70 degrees. And I've been here for over a year. So imagine going into a place like Atlanta where it's the South, but it gets 40 degrees. Imagine going to New York where it gets below 0. So it's a climate change, culture change. Going from seeing a family member every single day of your life every single day of your life for 20 years. Every single weekend you're with your family. Like Sunday is family day for real here. Hold on for a second. I see something walking up there just. God almighty. Ooh, she's sexy. Lost my train of thought. So imagine living in a tropical climate your entire life, plus seeing your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your brother for 30 years. Like, they don't kick people out of the house. Like, the way that you get your own house is most of the time if you get married or you want to start a family. But most of the time they all live together, and they're very much so a packed community. And you take them to where they're gonna feel lonely and feel depressed. So that's why they have to like you and generally be into you, so that you know for a fact. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. It doesn't, but it's just like too much of a culture shock. And then this is the other thing too. When they do go to the US, they're gonna be like, you a nigga. They're like, you're black. But here, say that to a Dominican. I'm not black, what do you mean? I'm Dominican. Like, they don't look at it that way. But over there, they will be. They're gonna feel discriminated against. Racism is very real in the United States of America. But like the young lady last night that I met that connected with, she has been to Colombia, Peru, Ecuador. We was talking about traveling and passports and stamps. And this is the thing that people don't realize. Dominicans can go so many other places. They can go over all South America. Dominicans can go to Italy, they can go to France. They can go wherever they just, so United States is not the destination of, oh, she's just trying to get a passport. 9 times out of 10, if she's happy within herself, she ain't trying to get a passport. She just want a man that can take care of her. Like, there are women that can go to Germany. They can go to Canada without having to deal with visas and everything. You get women that they Germans. The thing about it is that I was talking to a female friend of mine, the first type of female friend, not the second type of female friend. And we were talking, she went to Canada. And I asked her, I said, why is it that so many Dominican women like gringos? And she says, because a lot of Dominican men do not think about the future, and a lot of Dominican men don't want to work. And they can't provide, they don't want to provide. They just like to play. She said they like to look good, and they like to look fresh, but they don't like to, they like for the women to work and bring home the money, and they take care, and we take care of them. And I was like, oh. Like, it's cultural. So now when you have somebody that is physically and phenotype attractive and they can financially support you, it's very attractive. So sometimes you can't. So this is a very long drawn out answer, trucker nomad, my bad. But yeah, so yeah, you can, but it's not gonna be easy. And you have to be open-minded, and it depending on what stage of life you're in. I think when you're in an older stage of life and you're not really trying to build and you just want to settle down, it's so much easier. But me, I'm still in the building stages, so I need a partner that I can build with. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm still in the building stage of my life. I need somebody who can still help me build. Also, I like to date somewhat younger women, like I said, because I want to have more kids. Now, here in the Dominican Republic, a woman can be 40, 50 years old. You tell her you want a baby, she say, okay, papi, I'll give you what you want. In the United States, it's different, so I'm still trying to change my mindset on that, because dating older women here isn't the same thing as like dating older women back in the U.S. Because older women in the U.S., they don't want to have no more kids. So, I don't know. I'm still evolving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm old, but in actuality, I'm only 38 years old. You dig what I'm saying? And I have friends that are 60 and 70. So I haven't met half of my life yet. I have 60 and 70-year-old friends that live here that are in my expat community group, my expat lifestyle group, and I'm learning a lot from, and I'm starting to try to evolve and see. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So, but to answer your question, yeah, depending on what you want, you can go for a trucker nomad. We got 97 people in here. All 97 of you guys hit that like button. Hit that share button. All right, so what this is, Blast Mode 06 says, Dream Star, you can forget arguing with most brothers. They're not trying to build a nation, just just the minded. I'm okay. I guess y'all are having a conversation with each other, and I'm joining y'all conversation. All right, Doc is in the building. What's up, Papa Doc? Says salute, Dean Expert Lifestyle. Papa Doc, tell them in the comments what Rubia looked like. You saw the videos of Rubia that I dropped last night. It was her consent because we was right there. She was tough. You seen the videos, Papa Doc? Tough. You're supposed to be going to the beach today. It stopped raining. Let me show y'all. Well, no, it stopped raining, so I might go to the beach. They say yes, sir. So if y'all want to see for confirmation for people that's not in the expat lifestyle, Papa Doc just says yes, sir, with all the R's. Yes, sir. Okay, KT just dropped something in the expat lifestyle group. The guy who's just here, he just dropped something in expat lifestyle group. So y'all go check that out. Y'all go check that out. How's the weather there right now, Nicole? It is beautiful. It was raining. It looks like it's an overcast. It's humid right now, but let me show you. I just said that. Let me show you. You see, it was raining real heavy, real bad. You see that? It was raining real heavy, real bad, but it's beautiful. It's pretty right now. It's pretty right now, Nicole. Van, you want to see my story? So if you follow me on Instagram, you can see my stories on Instagram, but also on YouTube, you can see my YouTube stories as well. If you follow me on WhatsApp, you can see my WhatsApp stories. That's where I have most of a lot of the impromptu exciting stuff. But also I do my stories on Facebook sometime as well. I don't do Snapchat, but on YouTube you can see my YouTube stories, and also on Instagram. Those are the top two places I drop stories, like the quick, in the life, real big, bam, right there. When am I visiting the west coast of Africa? As soon, I was actually talking about that. That's how we was talking about travel. So, 2020, I don't want to say soon. It depends on what the Lord says. What I mean by that is because of this pandemic. Because the plan was I was going to go to Colombia. After Colombia, I was going to Brazil, and after Brazil, I was going to Lagos. And then after Lagos, I was going to actually South Africa. I was going to Cape Town, and then I was going to go to Johannesburg. Those were the places that were on my travel list. Like I said, I like to travel every 3 months. That's been my thing. Every 3 months, I like to go somewhere. So now that I live here, I still like to travel. I still like to go places every 3 months. Just because I live here doesn't mean I still enjoy the process of traveling. So, but because of this pandemic, I ain't no telling right now, but it's on my list. It's definitely on my list to go. Those are the places that are on my list to go, to stamp my passport. All right, let's see, what other question you have? All right, let's see. Papa Doc said, pretty feet. You a fool, Papa Doc. Sounds like Atlanta DJ. Absolutely. All right, so let's see what other question you guys talk about. I solve hate banks. I moved here. I talked about it in my last live, but I moved here because I was fighting depression. I was going through a real rough time. I was having a rough time in my personal life. I had just broke up with somebody. She ended up sleeping with somebody else. I felt like she cheated on me, but she was like, technically we took a break. Like, nah, girl, if you have a $20,000 ring on your finger and we talking about getting married on the beach in Hawaii and we get an argument and you go home and you sleep with somebody, that's because you planned on doing that. I guess you wanted to sow your raw oats or whatever, but in my mind, I'm thinking, we still together. This is engagement. This ain't no boyfriend, girlfriend thing. So that happened. Then after that happened, Then I was having some things that were going on in my family that was causing me a lot of anxiety, and I needed to get away. And like 2020 has been a great year for the business, but 2019 was hellacious for my business. You hear me? I'm grateful we grew. We went through a few lawsuits. We fought through a lot of hate, a lot of slanderous things, and we went through a lot of vicissitudes. It was tough, and it was so tough that I didn't travel for half of that year. I did not, like I said, I like to travel every 3 months, and I did not go nowhere. All I was doing was grinding. And so when all of this stuff hit me, I was like, F it, I'm gone, I'm out. That's like, I need a break, I need a vacation. So I literally kind of took a year off. And that's so dope to say that you can do that as an entrepreneur. Like but the business continued to grow, I continued to thrive, and it was definitely God's will for my life. But I was in a real low place. But you all wouldn't have known it because I'm still creating content. I still got to be a CEO. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not a CEO. I'm not somebody that plays a CEO on YouTube. I'm a CEO in real life. Like I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a CEO that happens to use YouTube. You dig what I'm saying? So that being said, I just needed the break, you know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful that the business was strong enough and I had multiple streams and a lot going on to where it was able to sustain me and able to continue that and actually grow. Like it was good, you know what I'm saying? So that's what made me leave, made me come was for the beach. Like specifically, I didn't know, I had an idea about the women, but I didn't know like I know now. Like I had no idea, I was very naive. I came mainly for the beach. Like that's why I live in Cabarete. I live where I live because it was specifically for that I came. You dig what I'm saying? And the other stuff just happened to be gravy, icing on the cake. All right, I'm gonna answer 5 more questions and I'm gonna call it a day. Salute from Mexico. What's going on? SBK Lifestyle is in the building. SBK Lifestyle, listen, you guys go and subscribe to SBK Lifestyle. He's in my expat lifestyle group. He is an expat. He has lost over 200 pounds. He is freaking ripped, bodybuilder. I know how he did it because we coached each other. But he has no loose skin. He's freaking ripped. And he has lost over 200 pounds. He is the fitness coach to obese people. So go and subscribe to SPK Lifestyle. Go to click SPK Lifestyle in YouTube or click on his profile picture. It'll take you to his channel. And he talks about expat lifestyle. He lives in Mexico. He's gonna be here in the Dominican Republic for our event that we're doing on the August 29th. And he's freaking ripped and he lost over 200 pounds. He used to be like that and now he's a bodybuilder. Psyched out. Really, really dope dude, really, really dope channel. Go and check out SBK Lifestyle, guys. Go check him out. SBK Lifestyle. So, all right, I'm gonna answer, like I said, 5 more questions and I'm gonna call it a day. 5 more questions and I'm gonna call it a day. So I saw, the bank says, I feel you, could I start a business there? I have 10 grand that I can start in the DR. Yeah, it depends. Like we talked about that. We talked about, I said that if I got enough people that was interested in creating an expat entrepreneur coaching package or coaching program or coaching course that can teach you how to be an expat entrepreneur, if I had enough people that were interested, I would create that to teach you how to do so, because yes, the opportunities are here, but you have to make sure that you do your reconnaissance, and it has to make sense. But if you're able to serve the people, it makes sense. And so, like for instance, the Belgian bakery, yeah, this is the Belgian bakery. Like they make so much sense because they're in a community of expats. So if I turn the camera around and you see, They don't cater to Dominicans. They cater to expats. And guess what? They're in Cabarete. They're in an expat community. You dig what I'm saying? They have there's a lot of Germans and a lot of Belgians, a lot of people from France and a lot of people from Europe in this community. So they serve this community. They have their menu in English as well as Spanish, but they cater to the people in the U.S. and the quality of service is so good and their name is so reputable. A lot of Dominicans come because they want to be a part of the hot new thing. So I said all of that to say that if you have a good business strategy and a good business model, then yes, you can, but you can't just, but at the same time, this Belgian bakery is nowhere near another restaurant for another 5 minutes in each direction that caters to expats. And the thing that I like that's so smart about them, they're right next to Bank Popular, which is the most popular bank. So the traffic, they get a lot of traffic, and just off a location, and people say, oh, what's that? And it cater towards us. So yes, with the right business strategy and the business model, you can. But I can teach that and talk about that if I do that expat entrepreneur coaching. So I can do that. I definitely can. Curtis, can I do a course on government contracts? Yeah, I actually had a course on government contracts, and that's a very good method to being an expat entrepreneur, having government contracts. So I could add that to the expat entrepreneur because I have expats that are here that have government contracts. So that would be a good model to add to the expat entrepreneur with government contracts. All right, a couple more questions. Let's see. Did somebody give me $200? Oh, okay, that's Mexican. Okay, I was gonna say, okay, that's SBK Lifestyle, Mexico. All right, guys, you got any other questions? Oh, so Avenette, was I on keto? Yes, I was on keto and it went extremely well. But I had to get off of it because my stomach acid was too much. I was getting too much stomach acid. So I lost 30 pounds by juicing and just eating fruits and vegetables. It's so funny, I went from eating keto and I lost 30 pounds on keto. And then I lost another 30 pounds juicing. But the reason why I went to the juicing was because the keto, like that stomach acid was horrible. Like my stomach acid, like I eat some meat, horrible. Like I would have bad, what is it called? Acid reflux, and they call it GERD. If I ate some meat, like a drop of meat would hit my stomach, it was horrible, and it burned so bad. Like I was scared for a second. I went to the doctor. I'm like, the devil is alive. Bind the spirit of stomach cancer in the name of Jesus. I really legit thought that I was like tripping. I was like, it was bad. I didn't know what was going on. So yeah, like I was on keto, doing keto so well, but keto was like my stomach acid was like no mas. So that's when I started the juicing, and now that I'm here, it's so much easier to do. Because it's so much easier to do. So much easier to do. So, yeah. So I'm gonna a couple more questions. Señora, uno más, jugo, por favor. Gracias. We'll see. We'll see what the response is. I'll look at the comments to this video, and we'll see what the response is and see how I can work it into my workload of everything that we got to do right now. All right, it says, funny how African American men know exactly what to do when dating a beautiful woman. I don't know what you mean by that. So what do you mean? How is that funny how African American men know exactly what to do when dating beautiful women? I don't know what that means. All right, real brother JC. Okay, JC, I'm gonna make sure I add you to to the group, and also make sure that you're good to go for your for the. Are you still gonna be here for the August 29th event? All right, so DJ says, I can tell from your demeanor that you're in a better place over the spirituality and emotionally. Absolutely, yes, DJ. Happy to be one of my moderators. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate it. Listen, I'm telling you, look at this. Fresh watermelon juice, yo. This is watermelon juice. It is fresh. It is so good, man. It's just, It's so good. This watermelon juice is amazing, yo. So good. So good. All right, so Dean says it's Umar on his final furlong. He seems to be out of time. Listen, I haven't really, I've been seeing little bits and pieces of Dr. Umar. I haven't been studying it, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been as connected. I do wanna sit back and catch up. That might be something fun to do. But like I said, I really wanna go to the beach and hang out on the beach and just chill today. But if I get some downtime, I have some downtime, then I will catch up on it. Because I've seen some things, but there's so much that I've been missing out on. I don't know. I saw him at the playground one time, and I didn't know if that was a school playground or what. I saw him at the playground one time talking about money, and he's lost a whole lot of weight. He lost a whole lot of weight, and so it's been yeah. It's yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll catch up on it. Okay, Real Brother says you can't imagine why you wouldn't be. Okay, awesome, Real Brother. That's what's up. So 29 says, what's up, Dean? I'm new to the channel. I've been enjoying your videos from DC. Hope to be there in October. Awesome, 29. Well, thanks so much for subscribing, my man. Hit that like button and hit that share button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so the next time I'm live, you can participate with me as well as if I'm live. But guys, that's it, guys. I'm about to finish. I'm about to enjoy my jugo, and I'm gonna figure out what the rest of this day looks like. Like I said, I really want to go to the beach with that with that new friend that I met yesterday, Rubia, and see what she's up to. See what Rubia is up to. I really want to go to the beach with her today, but we about to see what's going on. Listen, the only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you don't have a mentor, I will be your mentor. You've met him. If you don't have the character, you can develop it. Go get him. Success is waiting for you.